are back and better than ever. Welcome to Cinequest 2023.
So why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling everybody who you are and why you're here?
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Athenna Crosby, and I'm here on behalf of the Cinequest Film and Creativity Festival. I'm one of their spokespeople, so I'm so excited to talk about Cinequest, which is just right around the corner, and let everybody know what's happening.
I wanted to start by talking a little bit about what is so interesting about Cinequest. And I think one of the things about Cinequest that I think is very, very, just over the years has been very much about it is I think Cinequest of amongst all the other festivals tells more human stories. And with this year's crop, it looks like we're getting a lot of the same idea, a lot of family oriented aspects of it. Talk a little bit about that idea behind, why Cinequest is so focused on the human elements.
Absolutely. I think Cinequest is focused on the human element, especially with independent films, because we were incepted in an area of the world that is very diverse and cares a lot about different perspectives from different people. So, being that we're a Silicon Valley based film festival, I mean, Silicon Valley in the Bay Area is one of the most diverse places in the world where you get not only people of all ages, but people of all ethnicities and economic backgrounds. And so, a lot of our pool of films tends to come from that community.
Mm.
So for that reason, we have a diverse range of films. It's not just big blockbuster studio type films that you might see at other film festivals, but it's short films, it's music videos. We have a screenwriting competition for anybody who wants to, potentially pitch a film. So I think that being sort of away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood, we're not too concerned with what everybody else is doing, but rather just what our own community has to offer creatively. And I think that's what makes our lineup of films so diverse every single year.
Yeah, that's awesome. The other thing about being in Silicon Valley is, of course, we're right in the technology sector of whatever, what the next big thing is being created for. And I always found the Cinequest has always been a little bit ahead of that curve as well. I mean, they were doing VR presentations before any other film festival, and it seems like this year they're embracing a lot of what is coming about for technology in terms of what we're creating out here.
Absolutely. I mean, one unique thing about Cinequest compared to other festivals is we do have categories for virtual reality or augmented reality experiences. So not only can people submit their traditional films to our festival, but they can also submit virtual reality work. And it's really, really cool. We're expanding that because we've seen the reception that people have and how excited they are because you can't find it too many other places.
Yeah.
So it is really amazing to be on that forefront, hopefully paving the way for other festivals.
And talk a little bit about your partnership with Mountain View's Icon Theater this year, and doing in the second half of the festival there.
So this year is really exciting because we're doing a split premiere. So in previous years, we just have one opening night. This year, we actually have two. So for the second half of the festival, we're going to be expanding to the Icon Theater in Mountain View, which is a beautiful theater. I don't know if you've ever been, but
Awesome.
it's magnificent. So we're really, really excited. So that's going to be on Thursday, August 24th, moving the festival to Mountain View. And the reason why we're doing that is to offer other communities in the Bay Area a chance to come out and check out Cinequest. So if they're not able to make it all the way down to downtown San Jose, Mountain View is a little bit closer. And then it's also just a change of pace and a change of environment. So we're so excited that the Icon Theater has joined us, and they're really, really excited to help celebrate the film community out here in the Bay Area.
What are you looking most forward to yourself personally seeing and enjoying at Cinequest this year?
I enjoy every single moment of Cinequest, and to be honest, sometimes they have me doing things that I would never know that I would be doing. Like my duties change every single day, so I'm definitely on the tip of my toes to see what they'll have me do next. But one thing I love is getting to interact with the festival attendees and the members of the community at the VIP lounges and areas that we have. So the Continental, which is next door to the California Theater, has long been a venue for us, but we're
Mhm.
also going to be having VIP lounges in Mountain View as well. So when you get out of a screening of a movie that you just watched, you can head on over to the VIP lounge and talk to people about the movie. And it's really cool because a lot of it is walkable. You know, downtown San Jose is very walkable. So you can like go to the bar, grab a drink. You can grab one of those like street hot dogs and then, you know, head into a screening of a movie. So it's very casual. It's very low key. And I love that element about Cinequest. You're not stressed, you know, worrying about how you're going to get around, how you might look to other people. You can just get up and go. And that's honestly what I love about it. It feels like it's not even work. It just feels like I'm hanging out with my friends at the movies.
Cinequest starts Tuesday, August 15th. The festival's got a very, very interesting film to open with. Talk a little bit about the opening night film and what it's about and who's involved and all of the interesting things that, again, starting at the California Theater, which is a beautiful, iconic theater in San Jose. It's something that Cinequest is, again, known for.
Yes, well, our opening night film this year is called Fresh Kills, and it's the directorial debut for Jennifer Esposito. So the film is really, really interesting. I actually just watched the screening the other day because it's a movie about a mob family, but it tells the story from a different perspective. So instead of it being about the gangsters and the mob and the crimes that they're committing, it's about the women in the family and how they deal with the repercussions of those actions. So it was really gut wrenching to watch. Honestly, I felt like the main characters wanted to get out of that situation and they just couldn't. And there is a little bit of a twist at the end. So it is a really, really cool drama told from the women's perspective. And as a woman, of course, I love that because it's switching the narrative a little bit so that it's not the same thing that we've seen every single, you know, in every single gangster movie. But Jennifer Esposito having her directorial debut here at Cinequest is actually amazing. We're always about championing marginalized voices such as women in film or LGBTQ in film or minorities in film. So for her to be directing a film and coming to Cinequest to support it is amazing. So we're super excited for that. So we're hoping to have a special conversation with her about the film after the screening. It's definitely not one you want to miss. We're going to have a red carpet and everything. So really, really excited for that first opening night because we're having another one.
Right. So talk about the second opening night a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So the second opening night is going to be August 24th. Like I mentioned, that's going to be at the Icon Theater in Mountain View. And our opening film, our spotlight film for that one is Sometimes I Think About Dying, which is a little bit more lighthearted. It's a comedy. So for those who are too worried about getting bogged down by mob movies, this one is a different opening night if you're interested in that. So we're going to be having actor Dave Medji come and talk about the film. So again, just a little bit of behind the scenes, getting to talk to the artists about what went into the creation of the film and all of the different little tidbits that the audience might not know if they were seeing it somewhere else. And then we're going to be having an after party as well. So that opening night is super, super exciting. For those who stick around after the film, they can party a little bit more.
You know, a lot of times the filmmakers are present for a lot of their premieres. Even, I mean, I've met people from South Africa. I've met people from, Japan, all over the world. And that's a unique experience as well. Most of the time when the filmmaker is present, then you have a Q&A and you can talk to the filmmaker afterwards and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about the accessibility that Cinequest offers to kind of be with the artist and talk about what they're doing.
So for almost all of our spotlight screenings, we want to have a conversation with the artists about the films. And so we do that by inviting them to talk with us about their project after the screening. So for numerous films at our festival, I mean, all of our major marquee films, so our opening night, our second opening night, our closing night, as well as on the 19th, we're having a special screening. All of those films will have the artists present so that if you're in the audience, you can raise your hand and ask them a question. Or maybe if there's something that you loved about the film that you want a little more elaboration on, or you need that insider scoop, you didn't really understand what just went down, you can ask the artist that. And it's amazing to have that be so accessible. And what another thing that I love about Cinequest too is that it is so interpersonal. You don't feel like you're watching a movie or you're watching something on TV and they're there and you're here. It's like we're all in the same place. And we've even had some major celebrities come and be in that super intimate space. I know one of my first events with Cinequest that I got the chance to be on this side of was an interview that I did with James Franco at a youth panel, and it was amazing. So we've had so many different celebrities come and really pour their heart out and have audiences be able to connect with them. But aside from the celebrities, also the artists of the films themselves. And anyone who is in the film community who wants the chance to make friends or network. Like last year, I remember I took my dad to a screening of a movie called La J'adore with a woman who was from France, who came all the way from France to premiere her film. And the fact that he came, he got to meet her, he got to go up to her and talk to her. And she's like, I have a film festival in France. Come on over, you guys, and you can stay with us anytime. And I'm like, what? A film festival in France? Like, I don't know if we're going to make it to that. But like you said, really being honest about how you felt about the film, telling people that you loved their film to their face means more to them than you can ever imagine. They might even invite you to their house in France. So it's worth a shot.
Speaking of like local talent and filmmakers, another thing that Cinequest is very, very adamant about is supporting the local community and local filmmakers, especially, and local artists. And talk a little bit about the artistry that is local to us that we're going to experience this year at Cinequest.
Absolutely. So we have a great lineup of features, either that were made in the Bay Area or that were made by creatives who are originally from the Bay Area. So just to give you a rundown of some of the names that I have on my list, the feature 7,000 Miles, the director is from the Bay Area and actually a professor at San Jose State University. So you can't get any more local than that. That's like literally down the street from the festival. We have East Bay, which is starring Constance Wu, a name that might be familiar to a lot of people from Crazy Rich Asians. So that's going to be obviously a story set in the East Bay about what it's like being Asian American. So that will appeal to a lot of audiences. We have Brothers Broken, we have Call Me Mule, The Secret Song. These are all in our lineup this year. And a couple of awesome shorts, A Boat for My Brother, which is out of Oakland, The Crossing Guard, which is out of Palo Alto. Last Call is a Stanford University film that we have this year. And just to give a couple more, Nisi, Odd Dog, and Reina are all Bay Area short films that we have. So tons and tons and tons of local talent. Mm-hmm. And that's amazing because a lot of people grow up aspiring to submit their films or shorts to Cinequest. And I've met so many people over the years who've said they've tried multiple times and that, when they finally get accepted, it just means the world to them. So we're so excited to have them be a part of it this year.
And for my global audience, the folks who won't be able to just get on a plane and come to San Jose or Mountain View this year, something that Cinequest has also been doing lately is doing a virtual aspect of the film festival later on down the road. Is Cinjoy going to be a part of this year's festival as well? Are they going to do a virtual aspect to it so that people around the world can enjoy what we're all about to experience in person?
Yes. So Cinejoy is actually back by popular demand. We had so many people express their joy from being able to see their festival premiere virtually and not having to make that trek, like you said, which can be quite far for some people. We often have artists from all over the world. This year we have presenting artists from over 50 countries. So 50 different countries have submitted works to Cinequest. So they definitely can't always make it to San Jose. But Cinejoy is our virtual iteration of the festival, and that takes place at the beginning of each year. So we have films that premiered earlier this year at Cinejoy virtually and that will be screening in person at Cinequest again. So they're very, very integrated. So we look forward to bringing back Cinejoy again at the beginning of this next year and hopefully bringing in a new pool of talent for our next festival. So love Cinejoy. I am also involved with that as well, and I can't say enough good things about it.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to have you come back and talk to us a little bit about that when the time comes. But Athena, I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to me today about what we're about to experience. Another great year, Cinequest. I've seen some of the films already, and just again, the caliber of filmmaking, the caliber of talent, and the opportunity that's to open up our little world here to the rest of the world and see these films. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joe. And just one last note, cinequest.org is our website that has the full lineup of our festival as well as ticket options. If people are interested in seeing just one feature, they can buy a single ticket, or we have tiered festival passes as well for how involved they want to be. But like I said, we have over 253 films this year. We have 82 of those are either world or US premieres and presenting artists from over 50 countries. So to check out all of that I can't possibly capture in just one breath, it's cinequest.org.